the new highest rated Metacritic game of the year, and for me personally, came out of nowhere. I didn't know this game was coming out.
I mean, I don't keep up with puzzle games, so I definitely didn't see
Yeah,
it.
I mean this is just one of those things that it just popped in my timeline of we have a new highest Metacritic game of the year, beating out I think it was Split Fiction was the previous highest, and I'm like, okay, what is this? And I saw everyone raving about it. I saw the Balaltro creator said this is one of the best games he's ever played, and he can't stop thinking about it. I'm just like, okay, well, okay, what is this game? It is very addictive, very interesting, and it does make you just want to keep playing. So the core concept of the game, it isn't like a roguelike puzzle game. So you come into the game and your like great uncle or whatever passes away, and he leaves you to be the heir of his property. But there's a catch to it. You as his nephew, you can become the heir, but you have to reach the 46th room of the property. There are 45 rooms to go through, and then the secret 46. And he basically details that he believes that you can reach it, and he believes any proper heir can reach the 46th room of this ever-changing house. There are set ground rules in place whenever you come into the entry point of the house, where you cannot bring tools in from the outside. Any tools you find within the mansion, you cannot take out as well, and you cannot stay overnight. So, did my mic just go out?
Yep.
All right, we're good. You also cannot stay overnight, and you have X amount of steps to explore the rooms. Every time you go into a room that you create or map out, blueprint, whatever, that just going in and out of a room takes a step. So you have 50 steps to start off with, and it's not an actual 50 steps. Again, it's basically 50 rooms is how to think about it. And once you walk in, you get the blueprint of the house where it shows the main entry point, all the different squares of what all you can build, as well as the antechamber at the very top, which obviously plays into factor to get you to the 46th room, which there's a few different ways to get there, to my understanding. I don't know them because I want to figure it out. But there's a ton of different puzzles ranging from really small ones to larger ones, as well as the grand overall scheme ones that you can come across. So, once you come into the main point, you have 3 doors to select from, and as it's detailed in the letter, never take the same approach. Just kind of do whatever. No path will ever be the same. So, like, let's say you walk into this run. I'm on day 5 right now. You go into this run, and it's like, I'm gonna go straight. Let's see where the world takes me. And you go through the front door, and it'll pop up with 3 different blueprints to choose from. They're all different color coded, where it's like let's say orange colors are like just simple hallways and stuff like that. Purple is going to be like different various bedrooms, which can give you additional steps because it's like a quick little rest point. But bedrooms are also usually just a dead end point. So if you put a bedroom here, you have no other way to get out. And it's the same thing for other styles of rooms. Like if you do like a kitchen, kitchen is only going to be your entry point plus 1 exit point. There's going to be rooms like the den, which is 1 entry point, 2 exit points, just stuff like that. So it's like each time you go through, if you just kind of jump into it like I did, and you're not very intelligent like I am, which is a known fact, you're under the impression that it's just all like completely random, which there is a sense of randomness to how you get all the different rooms, but color theory goes into it quite a bit, and just kind of understanding the color theory of the different room types, like the blue room types, the green room types, the red room types, etc. Which like the red room types, those are always going to be like more of a negative type of room, where if you walk in, like if you get the archive room, for example, then every single time you go to open a door, there is one of the 3 room types you can no longer see. You can still pick it, but you just can't see what it is. You have the red room, for example, or the dark room, which is like photography room, whatever, where you can't see any of the 3 options for that one single room. So when you go to exit the room, it's like, all right, let's see what I'm going to get. And I don't know, which has cucked me a few times, where it's like, well, I'm just going to choose the middle one, I guess, and it's a closet, and I'm like, well, oh, fuck, I guess I'm not going any further here. So there's a lot of different elements that go into it, a lot of different puzzles that you can unlock. So like one puzzle that I unlocked was the breaker box puzzle, which that is just a dead end room. You go through the breaker box. You have different options like turn off the dark room. You can open the garage. Basically, there was another one as well as like the security stuff you can turn off, and there's the vac indicators. If you solve the color puzzle for the vac indicators, which for me is where I realized, okay, the whole thing is color theory, got it. Then something happens and you do get a permanent addition, for example. So there are permanent additions that you can do for your run. So in my case, I now have like 2 gyms that I can permanently come in, which gyms play into accessing different rooms, right? So it's like as you're going through the entire map, you have different rooms that will pop up where it's like, okay, the Nook, for example, guaranteed 1 key. Walk in there, get a key, use it for locked doors. You have like the billiards room, go into there, and you can do like a little dart puzzle, which is kind of like who knows what's going to be in there. It could be a security key card. It could be 2 keys. It could be a silver key, which you can use on pretty much any type of door. It could be whatever, right? There is another little 3-box puzzle room where if you solve the puzzle, you get a couple extra gems. The gems just come into play for drafting on the blueprints, different types of rooms. So like when you pull up the drafting, you can draft this one for free. Maybe this one will cost 2 gems. This one will cost 3 gems, etc. And you can just go through and collect different items. You can also collect coins in rooms, which you can take to, like, let's say the kitchen and buy some food to help replenish steps, or maybe go to different types of rooms where you could buy items of some capacity. There's all different items that you can purchase, like magnifying glasses to help, see more fine print on letters, which is kind of interesting to the overarching story of what's happened over the course of the history of people at the house, as well as like your uncle. Like, like stuff you find in like the archives room, letters you'll find in all the bedrooms, just all these different puzzle pieces to fit just the story together. I mean, you can get a hammer, which can break chests for you. You can get a shovel in like the courtyard, stuff like that. So it's like all different sorts of items and things that you can come across. There is one room called I think it's like the check-in or the coat check or something, where you can check in one item to be there the next day. So that's pretty cool too. So if you have like a really crucial item you don't want to lose, like maybe your lockpick set, which can basically 50-50 on it, can unlock a door for you. It's not guaranteed. And as far as I know, it's limitless. Like, I've used it I've used it in a single run, multiple doors. So it's not like you just use it once and you're done. But it is 50-50 where, if you go to access it, it'll either unlock the door and give you choices of rooms, or it'll be like, well, sorry, it didn't work. So like you can check in like a silver key, your security key card, or your lockpick or whatever. And if you get that coat check again on whatever run, it doesn't have to be the next run. It could be 3 runs from now and you don't get it, and you finally get it again. Then you can go, create the coat check and go check out your item. There's a mail room as well, where when you get the mail room for the first time, you go in there. It's like, oh, order placed, whatever. And it's like the next time you get the mail room, it's like your order was delivered. And for me, I walked in there and my order was a lockpick set and I think 3 or 4 keys. And I was like, oh, well, that's awesome. So that's also an option, as well as just trying to continue the path further. There are different things that you'll find in hallways, like a letter. It's just like, you may find more locked doors on the west side of the manor, or something like that. Different elements, like you can get. I found the laboratory for the first time earlier, and you can choose to like go onto the computer there and access like experiments, and the experiments can also further change the gameplay. Where it's like you can either change this about certain rooms, where it's like, you get this much money or whatever in this type of room, or if you get this type of room, you get this, or you can immediately get this right now, for an example. So, just it's a lot of different. It's so interesting, and there's so much damn depth to it. Where it's just like I couldn't stop playing. Just like, okay, I've already gone this way. Okay, I've already explored this side of the left. All right, I reached that end. All right, now I've got these like 3 doors over here, but I need a key for this one, so I need to try to go this way and get a nook here to get a key here, or get a key here, or whatever. There's so much depth to the damn gameplay of just trying to get to this damn 46 room. It is so addicting. I understand why everyone is enjoying the game. It is just viciously addicting.
Questions. I have a couple.
All
So
right.
when you start, or when you go in for, like, say you start your day, it's just start from square one?
Yep, start at the beginning.
And how many, is there a set number of rooms to pull from?
Yeah, it's 45 rooms.
But so is it 40? You can only get one of each of those rooms. I guess
No.
what I'm asking is there like you can get so like you said like a closet earlier?
Yeah.
Is there a set number of closets in the pool that you could get, or is it just like unlimited?
So my knee jerk instinct to that is I want to say there's just one. I want to say there's only one of everything because the whole concept is there. This is my 45 room manor. So I want to say there's one of everything. 'Cause I'm trying to run through my head. I don't know if I've had duplicates of anything because like you can go back and go look at all of your maps when you're done for every run, which also it's kind of cool. Every run you do obviously changes the house dramatically, and they'll show like a completed image of like the front of your house, and it'll like name the house for you. So like if you got like a lot of red rooms, it'll call it like the Crimson Manor or whatever. But man, I don't think I've had any duplicates. I think it's just one of all the 45 rooms. Now I could be wrong,
Okay.
but I don't think I've seen the only possible duplicates that I might have seen would be the hallway rooms. Is the spare room and just the corridors. That's the only thing I can think of that I've seen maybe. Now, granted, you can see rooms multiple times until you use them. You know, like I've seen like security room multiple times. I'm gonna opt against.
Yeah, I
them.
was just wondering like
Yeah.
when you place a room.
I think once you place it, it's done. Because I know one element, the experiment that I did was the aquarium, which the aquarium is a multicolor room. So the experiment I did is I immediately gained 3 aquariums to the room pool. So with that said, I'm going to safely assume there's one for every single room.
Then also just because I may not understand. So is it like you're trying to get to like a space in the house, or are you trying to get all 45 rooms?
You're trying to get to a space in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, however you get there is how you get there. Yeah, you don't have to get all 45 rooms. Just however you get to the 46th room is however you get there. Whether you take the long way or short way, because apparently I guess there's short ways to my understanding, but I don't know what they are, and I don't want to know what they are.
I was curious about a couple of those things because like this sounds like it'd be fun.
It's a great time killer.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it sounds like something I would enjoy because I kind of like a puzzle game right now.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, I'm juggling around right now, and I'm
Right.
like, when would I find time to play this right now?
Right. No, dude. With it being on Game Pass, I highly recommend downloading it. And if you do, please tell me because I want to know your thoughts. Because it's just a fun time addicting game. It really is.
I may download it on my Series S and like give it a go. Because right now, I mean, yeah, I've been bouncing around on games, but I think my main focus right now is going to be trying to finish Kazan.
Right. No, I definitely recommend it. I mean, anyone that has like Game Pass, dude, you got to check. In my opinion, check out Blueprints. I mean, it's a fun time killer. Now, if you're like Zach and you hate puzzles, then don't check it out, obviously. But I mean, if you're fine with puzzles, and dude, just give it a shot. It's fun. I mean, it kills so much time for you, and you just get so addicted to try to figure out the next step. So I mean, I really recommend it. Putting it on the board. I don't know if I'm going to say it's like a brutal masterpiece yet, like everyone else is saying, but I mean, it's at least an 8. It's a very good game. It's very well polished. It's solid, dude. I really enjoy it. Shout out to Blueprints. If you have not checked it out yet, you definitely need to check it out.